ultimately why you play this game.
Yeah, and here are the starting lineups for both teams. Some things that jump out right when this graphic comes up. Chloe Kitts. We didn't really say her name a lot. This is a blue player. When she's able to get those hustle plays, like she has a knack for the ball. And when she's able to quick lead, it means nothing.
Yeah,
like,
it's so
just
early.
Have to settle in. And we're off.
I'm always interested to see what the first play out of the tip is. I know coaches really focus on that first play. It's interesting to see what coaches want to get going early, which if you're Connecticut, I guess you don't mind an open three.
I think something people don't know, and I actually didn't do this. I don't know about you if you ever did this with Coach Ariema, but I get to the WNBA, and it was when Brian Adler became our coach. We actually drew up. And I know you do this in Phoenix.
Yeah.
We drew up a first play, a unique play, maybe something from our playbook every single game. Yeah. We had something different to throw at people for that first play. So it is always a little bit of a sign on what you're looking for.
Right. Pow, pow. What a great sign for South Carolina. And you know what? This kid just feels like the moment's never too big for her.
Yeah, I think Holly, discussed this pregame. She was really disappointed. Pow Pow was really disappointed in her play and her leadership in that blowout back in February. So I feel like we can count on her to step up. She's in a similar boat as Paige. She's a senior. This is it. We already saw some actions from Sarah Strong, the freshman you got your eye on.
Baby Jokic. I mean, her footwork, her hands, the way she sees the court. She's really, really special. And Chloe Kitts, someone that you mentioned that was a bit quiet in the Final Four game, but those are the type of plays that she makes throughout the game that makes South Carolina really good.
Yeah, she's that player where you don't have to run a lot for her. It's not about, getting her to her spots. It's almost like she just finds them naturally.
Right.
Paige got that 1-footer. That's really important for Paige. Interestingly, in this tournament, we noticed it in the UCLA game.
Yeah.
She doesn't really get going.
Yeah.
Hasn't really got going until the second half. So for an early jumper to fall.
Yeah. I would say for someone like Paige, being a senior, you can pick and choose when to be aggressive. I think as you get older, we talked about this earlier, if you don't get off to a hot start, there's so much game left, you'll eventually find it. But in a game like this, the sooner the better probably.
Yeah, to add to that, I think also what happens when you get older is those lulls where you're not getting shots, you're letting your teammates kind of get off, they don't impact your rhythm as much.
Right.
Your experience doesn't allow you to get mental about your rhythm. You stay in rhythm the whole game no matter what.
I mean, early on, you could see there's a focus on everything on AZ Fudd is over the top, being physical. They force her to a contested three. And, but these are the ways, playing off the ball that can get you going, and she's one of the best in the country. I love that, yeah.
Get off.
I love that.
Ooh, thought about it. There's your girl.
Who's that?
Raven Johnson.
Talk to me. Talk to me, Raven.
How do you feel about her calling you a lady?
I mean,
that's a compliment.
3 times a lady.
She said that lady called. That lady's a legend.
Raven always finds a way to impact the game. Obviously, they're on the back cut. But, defensively, I'm really going to watch how she plays AZ, where she's not going to help off the corner like on that. And other players are going to get opportunities like Caitlin Chen just did.
I don't think people understand how difficult that shot Caitlin Chen just made is. That is a driving layup where you're taking off like a tiny bit earlier than you're used to, and the touch that's required, that's a skill.
I feel like that's an adaptation when you're 5'2".
It is, for sure.
Yeah.
I never got that, but yeah.
Even Raven denying the wing and making them play to the other side.
Oh yeah, she's face guarding AZ.
Yeah, I mean,
listen, the reality is everything we talked about that we hoped would go well for UConn, shooting threes, South Carolina's on the other side saying we can't let them shoot threes.
Right.
We can't let them get off from the three-point line. Chloe Kitts. You just knew she wasn't going to stay quiet for 2 games in a row.
I just love these kids that can bounce back from a tough night and come back and make sure they have an assertive attitude like Sarah Strong does every night. I mean, this kid is so smooth. She can seal and finish with both hands. I mean, Chloe Kitts is a great defender. She plays space really well in angles.
Well, she's so mobile, which allows her to be so versatile. And then as she gets older, she'll just probably continue adding to her offensive skill set. Tough. All the shots that AZ wasn't making.
Like, AZ in the last 2 games has been so assertive, and you can see it from the tip. And it just makes Connecticut's life so much easier. And Paige, in these moments, doesn't feel like she has to do everything. And that could suit them well in the long run.
Isn't it funny, though, as a player, maybe you're at a point where, you've had a little bit of a tough stretch. Maybe you're not shooting as well. You're a little tentative. You're trying to find it. But even aggressive mistakes don't feel that bad.
They
and
don't.
The tentative ones feel awful.
Anything off the back foot?
Yeah. But when you're in that moment where you're trying to get out of it and you're making those tentative mistakes,
right.
It's like you just got to convince yourself to be aggressive, and good things generally happen.
Ooh.
And that's where Caitlin Chen changes things for this team. Out. Caitlin Chen is just so steady.
I mean, she had such a great 4 years at Princeton, and those are the free agent pickups in college right now that can just change the next year for you.
And that's what South Carolina is going to have to do.
Yeah.
To have success, to build leads, hit those O boards. I mean, that's where Paige is going to have to get stronger, find her physicality in the ways that she can use it.
Yeah.
So you're not just, looking like Gumby out there. A couple days ago, how are we feeling in the early stages?
I'm feeling good about it. I kind of went in hiding for a year to figure out what the heck I was going to do. And my body just needed the break. And then as the year went on, it was like, it's done. I'm finished and I'm happy with that. But through the year, I got time to try out retirement. I'd be at the grocery store. They're like, you play for the Mystics, right? And I'm like, I used to.
How does that feel?
It's funny. I don't know how to answer that either anymore. Do you play basketball? No. Did you?
Yeah. I'm still getting used to that, but yeah, I was trying it out for the year. But it's interesting too when you finally announce it to everyone in social media. I was real weepy for the day because it's almost like that
makes it real.
Yeah, it makes it so real. People are talking about your career, and you're
It feels like a funeral almost.
Yeah, I was saying
retirements are weddings and
funerals.
funerals. A retirement party is a wedding and a funeral at the same
together,
time. It's
I know.
all the people you did all the cool things with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's bye.
And it's
I might never see you again.
no. Now what? So we'll see.
All right, so we'll definitely get into some of your pro career, USA basketball, but what do you remember about college, playing in the NCAA tournament?
Oh,
What was
man.
that like?
Delaware. We were bringing the state down. It was such a crazy moment for us, especially my senior year.
Yeah.
We were hosting at Delaware.
I remember. Those
I remember.
games were
I was
crazy.
tuned in.
They were crazy. It was so loud. And then we were playing UNC. We weren't supposed to win.
Right.
And we did. And Vice President Biden at the time was there. And the building was just so loud. It was bursting. And to go to the Sweet 16, unfortunately, lost there. But quite the underdog, fun story.
Well, you've been in a bunch of big games, WNBA champion, gold medalist. When you're South Carolina right now and you're playing against a Connecticut team with everywhere you look, there's people that can score.
Yeah.
What do you tell your team? What do you
You
tell your
almost
teammates?
just have to stay in it and stay in the grittiness of the game, especially the pace of Connecticut.
Yeah.
You kind of just have to deal with that. And I don't know about you guys, but the beginning of a game, especially a big one, how out of breath.
I'm like, can
we were
these
just
2
talking
minutes
about
just
it.
go away?
Go away.
Just talking
I
about
know.
that.
I need this to go away so I can sit down on the bench and
Yeah.
breathe again. It's so weird.
And process what
You're
just
waiting
happened.
for that first TV timeout.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And you got to get the second
By the way,
win.
somehow you're back. You're back. You go from being so tired and like to then first TV timeout happens and everything settles in.
And you're fine. It's so crazy how that happens. But like, it's like, I'm not gonna breathe again. Like, this is so hard. I don't think I can play this game, and then you're fine.
So what was your experience with Coach Rima at the Olympics? What are kind of the takeaways like, oh, this is why he's a great coach, or, this is why people don't like him?
No. He's brutally honest, but it's in such a good way, and it just makes you so much better. He helped me so much moving without the ball. I forget the amount of time he said something like, you only will have the ball in your hands.
He's going to be a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Literally. That's 12 Hall of Famers on one team.
And you guys were on a lot of teams. And this is my one team, so of course it's the best.
It's a good point.
Yeah, I'm certainly gonna say that's the best one, but we were good.
Well, it's one thing to have the best players, but like the way we played.
Oh my God.
We had so much fun on that team.
We did.
That was just a great team.
So that's a team that had great vibes.
Yeah.
And that's what we've been saying about UConn. They have a great vibe.
Yeah.
A really great vibe. Moving screens don't help those vibes. But so South Carolina now hasn't scored in the last 2-3 minutes.
You got to
so
get
it's been
something
3
good.
minutes they haven't scored. It's still just a 3-point game, but again, that's the one thing that I feel from UConn, the vibes.
Elena, how hard is it to go back-to-back? South Carolina won last year, trying to get to that back-to-back status.
It's so hard
what
because
are the challenges?
like almost like the first time you do it, you're like, oh, all right, like we did it. Blah, blah, blah. But then to do it again, it's really tough. And just you want to see them get through these stagnant moments, which they're in a pretty good position right now. Only 17-14 and they haven't scored. But to do it again, it takes so much. It takes luck. You got to be healthy.
Yeah.
We all know that.
We all know that.
But yeah, these two coaches have been lucky enough to play for them.
When you end the quarter with a basket,
I'm telling you, it's good vibes only. It's good vibes only. All right, Elena, before we let you